Hey there, and welcome to Marriage Talks, a real, authentic, and relatable podcast about how to thrive in your marriage.
Here you will find helpful information shaped by a biblical worldview on all things marriage related, sex, money, parenting, and so much more. We are Michael and Elizabeth Ann, and welcome to our show.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I do want to say before we get into our Fave 5 things about fall, which I was super pumped to record.
Yeah, it was so easy to do. I was like,
oh my goodness, so easy.
Yeah, the list just kept going on.
Yeah.
It's like, I got to pick 5.
Yeah. I do want to let you know, if you are kind of new to the Marriage Talks podcast, we have a Patreon page and links are in the show notes, so you can go check it out. And there are perks for every tier. And it also gives you more direct access to us. And it would just really mean a lot to us if you would check it out. And if you feel led to join, that'd be great. And it helps further the ministry of Marriage Talks.
Yeah, and also want to remind you guys, like we always do, if you love the show, rate and review it. Rating's really easy. Reviewing takes a little more time, but not that much time. So go do it and help us out. Help us get found and spread the message.
And if you leave a review, we read it on the show. So you could get a shout out, which would be pretty cool.
Who doesn't love a shout out?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the coolest.
Yeah.
On the internet too, guys. You're famous.
Yeah. Shout outs are cool. So yes. And you know, just like you saw on the title, this is Fave 5 things about fall. And I love the fall. I wish it, we live in Florida, so it doesn't get cold here, but I wish that it got a little bit more cold than it does. But
we can pretend.
Yeah. Just turn the AC way down, put on layers of clothes.
Yeah.
We'll be okay.
Yeah, we got it under control. Yeah, our fall, I think today it was like 84.
Yes. However, so the key is if you live in Florida, you already know this. But for those of you who don't live in Florida, when the overnight temperatures get below 70, then that's when your days are not going to be as humid and it's really nice. So it could be 84, but not as much humidity. And we live closer to the coast, so we get a breeze. And it is nice.
It's beautiful.
The past 2 days we've been eating on the porch because it's so nice.
Yeah, we have a nice screened-in porch that is perfect. We installed 2 ceiling fans back there like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It was kind of a must. I don't know how anybody was out there without those before.
Yeah, it's so nice. Just keeps the bugs away.
Yeah, so somewhat. It's still Florida. they're around.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go our normal methods. We're going to kind of share a couple of favorable mentions. I can never remember it. Honorable mentions. They're honorable, but they're favorable too.
Yeah.
So hit us up with your first few of those that didn't make your list.
Okay. My honorable mentions that didn't make the list are pumpkin patch, carving pumpkins or painting pumpkins, fall festival, and house decorating for fall.
I don't even think about the house decorating thing. It's just strictly Christmas in my mind, at least.
Yeah.
But that's totally true.
Yeah. I really only truly decorate for fall and Christmas. By January, I'm like, clean out the house.
Yeah.
Get rid of all the extra stuff. And then I'm too tired by spring and summer. And then I'm rejuvenated by fall.
Rejuvenations. Okay. You're going to hear my honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions.
And I got to go through carefully because I didn't cross them out or anything.
Oh, no. Rookie mistake.
I know. I did this before and it took me forever.
Oh, heavens.
So let's see. Oh, wow. I only had one extra. One extra was jumping in leaf piles. Which is something I did a lot more when I was younger.
Also, another fun fact about Florida, our leaves don't fall until January or February. So leaf jumping doesn't happen for us until the winter.
Yeah, but I'm kind of thinking of fond memories from Georgia.
Oh, okay.
When I was a kiddo. I lived little over 15 years in Georgia, and I consider myself from Georgia. I was born there and I lived some really important years there. The rest of my life that wasn't in Georgia was in Arizona and Florida. So these fall kind of things are not really something that happens in either place too much.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going to get into Fave 5 since you only had one.
Yep. That's all I have. And I'm going to let you go first since you're the more beautiful of the two.
Oh, well, you're sweet. Okay. Number 5 for me is watching It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I love Charlie Brown. Michael's not a big fan.
No, I like it for what it is. Our kids love it too.
Yes. It's fun. It's cute. It's not that long. It's just a fun little activity where the kids like to snuggle. And so I'm like, hey, let's all snuggle on the couch, watch a movie, eat some popcorn.
Have we done that yet?
We haven't done it yet.
Okay, I was like, I hope I didn't miss it because
No.
I haven't done it this year.
No.
Yeah. All
We have
right.
not done it as a family.
I am looking forward to that, even though I think it's a little bit of a weak dialogue. The script is not very strong.
Well, it's
I got a rock.
It's not so. It just isn't strong. None of them are.
Yeah, that's why they're not the best.
Oh, goodness.
It's kind of funny because they're very basic. Like everything about them is so basic, but they've become standards of America. By the way, this will be the first year ever that it was not going to be broadcast.
What?
Yep, first year since it was broadcast a lot.
Did they say why?
Yep, all the contracts went back. Like they expired.
Oh, they just didn't renew them.
Yep. Guess who has the contracts this year, y'all? Apple.
So Apple will
Yeah,
be
it's going to be the exclusive site to watch them.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be free.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
They did
For 3
something
days.
free.
3 days. All right. So my number 5 is walking outside. It is finally something
That's
you
a
can
good
do
one.
without sweating your head off. And
You're tuckish.
yeah. So for us, it's been just brutal the last few months. Even at almost dusk, it's like, whoo, I need to shower after this walk. The kids enjoy it, and I really like it. It's a nice way to decompress after work and all kinds of stuff. So that's my favorite thing that we've done a lot of this year.
You are very big on walks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The-
after
the other
dinner, I'm
night-
like, oh, I don't want to move.
Yeah, I just think it's good to set an example of like moving.
It is good.
You know
You're
that.
right.
You're pretty good about it in other ways, but it's also something like it's a chance for everybody to get out, get active, move around, see some stuff. Our kids are 6 and under, so it's like I Spy,
Yeah.
walk past the alligator pond and stuff, see if you can find one.
Yeah. Well, and show them nature, teach them about stuff, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we have lots of friends in this neighborhood too, from church and just from being in the neighborhood. So we'll occasionally see some and get a nice little talk.
Yeah. Or use their bathroom because our children can't hold it.
Yeah. When you're a mile and a half and your little tiny kid legs won't carry you, you sometimes reroute and go to a friend's house. Hey, we need your bathroom.
Yeah, we've done that more than twice. Okay, my number 4 is Halloween parties. We have had some really fun Halloween parties in our past, and I just think they're super fun. Like, I enjoy getting dressed up and seeing what everybody else wants to wear and just having fun. Like, I like a good party, and then an excuse to dress up and put some time and effort into a costume is really fun. We actually, when we did our Tip Tuesday for couples costumes, I put in the thumbnail, there's a couple of pictures of our past ones. So if you haven't checked out that Tip Tuesday, make sure you do that because...
Oh, I want to go over them now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to go over them. Yeah, because that'd be a fun little thing. So early, the first one I can remember is Leonidas and Mrs. Leonidas from 300. That was when 300 was just a couple years old. We did iPhone. I was an iPhone because the iPhone 4 just came out.
Yes.
And you were Siri, which
Yes.
nobody knew at the time.
Nobody knew.
Siri
they thought
was
I was
brand
a
new.
librarian with a weird sticker on my belly button.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I'm still the most proud of that particular
Oh, my
iPhone costume
word. Yes.
because I did individual icons and like Angry Birds on there using construction paper and cardboard.
Yeah.
And they were all safety pinned
You
on.
got super detailed.
Yeah, it was so fun. Once you get kind of into it, it's like a black hole.
Yeah, that was like true. Like if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, when you had to make your costumes, you would have appreciated this particular costume.
Yeah, that was my favorite. I'll probably never top it. What else do we
And then
do?
the next
Mr. and
one,
Mrs. Incredible.
Mr. and Mrs. Incredible, which is really fun. We got a lot of compliments on that one.
Yeah.
And I think after that one, we took a break from... No, we did House Divided.
Oh, yeah. And then we did Johnny and Baby and the watermelon.
Yes,
Yeah.
because our daughter was like... Charlotte was like 16 months or something at that point. And yeah, and she was our little watermelon.
Yeah,
which
it was
is
great.
one of my favorites.
So we as you can tell, we kind of love this stuff. My number 4 is pumpkin carving. I find it to be kind of awesome. The goopiness and the way the seeds, you can squeeze them and they go squirting out.
The guts. The pumpkin guts.
Yeah, I've always liked that. It's kind of like I don't typically like really gooey stuff, but for some reason that particular sensation is really cool. So, and I like exercising some creativity, doing some fun stuff.
Yeah, you like doing it with the kids because you're like, get your hands in there. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh.
They don't do it. I'm hoping one of these years as they grow up.
Well, Jack might, because last year he was really young and did not participate. So when we do it in a couple of days, he might be like throwing it around or something.
You know, of all three, out of the three kids I get, he's going to be the one who would.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He is something else. He's the curveball for sure.
Sure thing. Number 3, baby. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do this year. I never plan out my design. I literally like start the first cut and then I figure it out. So now, and we also just watched the Dude Perfect Overtime 19, and they did a pumpkin carving contest. And now Charlotte, our oldest, wants to do one like Ty does his, which is like, babe, that pumpkin probably cost $100. It was the size of a small person.
Also, I don't think she realizes like how hard it is to carve into a pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm going to do a lot of carving this weekend.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing at all.
Yeah.
So I never, pumpkin carving is fine. I'd take it or leave it. Like, it's just a fun like activity to do with people, but I'd rather paint it.
You can take it or leave it. It made your honorable mention.
Well, yeah, but it's like, I don't know. It's just fun to do in a group, but it's not something that like I would personally organize.
Okay.
Okay. My number 3, and you're going to love this one. My number 3 is football.
Oh, Lord, how did I miss this?
Oh, huge mistake.
I'm moving up my number 1 to football.
I cannot believe that you did not. Do you need to do some reconfiguring on your list?
No, I'll read my list as is. But I love some football, baby.
I love when football starts. I love watching game day. I love so we've got like with our family now that my brother is married, there's like 3 main houses, and we're like, all right, we're going to host this game day and we're going to host that game day. And we kind of like pick a Saturday that we want everybody to come over. And it's so fun. I thoroughly enjoy it. I get really into it and I love it.
Yeah.
Go Dogs.
Yeah, baby. Mostly all NCAA. We don't watch a whole lot of NFL in this house. Just because you use up your whole Saturday for NCAA, you kind of need to get stuff done. So
yeah,
NFL had to get cut.
We don't have the money to outsource all the things, so we have to do all the things, and you have
that's
to.
That's my lawn day.
You have to give and take. If you're gonna take the Saturday, then you have to give on the Sunday.
You got it.
You got it.
My number 3 is cozy coffee and sweaters, which is asterisk all the things we said before. But it does get cold enough for sweaters. It's not like it's a, jungle every single day here.
Yeah, but not until January.
There's
our cold weather does not kick in.
Well,
real.
I wear a pull up, or not a pull up. That's what babies wear. A pullover polo thing every single day at work because I work indoors.
We are telling all the secrets.
Yeah, I actually wear pull-ups when I go to bed. Just kidding. That's not true.
Well, you're inside when you're wearing the pullover.
Yeah, but anyways, in my mind, this is a really cool thing that people do in fall. I didn't say we did it every fall, but we do it, and I'm putting it in our fall list.
Yes, when occasionally we will have a cold day in December. They're very few and far between, but really the cold weather comes January, February, and a tiny bit into March, but that's about it. But the majority of the year is very, very pleasant.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. A lot of people complain, but it's kind of why you live here. It's nice.
I don't want to shovel snow.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Right. And no income tax. Woohoo.
There you go. Okay. So my number 2 is Thanksgiving weekend. I love Thanksgiving weekend. It kind of like kicks off Christmas and like full-fledged decorating for the holidays. And I love transforming our house into this like Christmas Hallmark movie. It's just fun because it doesn't stay up for very long. And the majority of the year, our house is like really clean, and I'm not a big like knick-knack person. So it's not like adding more clutter to the clutter that we already have. It's like, no, our surfaces are clean, all that kind of stuff. So it's just warming up the house and kind of changing it around a little bit because I have such a like an itch to do projects or to like knock down walls and do major renovations in this house, which can't happen, which is fine, but by changing up the decor or like doing a deep clean, it kind of satisfies that itch for a little while. And so that's why I like to decorate for Christmas and kind of get all the sparkly things out and And it also just brings so much joy to the kids.
Yeah, it really does.
Their faces light up when they see the Christmas tree and like all the decorations and everything. They're just like that, like literally their whole body lights up and they go, it's just like mouth open, eyes wide. And I'm like, oh, that's my favorite thing about decorating the house for Christmas. Like that right there. If I could get that reaction every day for the month of December, I'd be happy. So it brings me a lot of joy.
Yeah, it's good that we have kids who care that much about that, because decorating literally is so boring to me.
They love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think I told you this story, but the other day in the car, they were asking how many more days till Christmas. And whatever the day was, I told them, and Charlotte, our oldest, she goes, oh, I'd die for Christmas. And I just busted out laughing. And Henry, who is 2 years younger than her, said, oh, I'd die for Christmas. And their cute little voices. And I'm like, this is the most precious thing. And I wish I had a camera on them right now.
Yeah.
It was, oh my goodness, it was so precious. And I'm sure if Jack could have talked, he would have said the same thing.
He probably just said blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that really illustrates basically the overarching best part about fall is it's like really family focused. I guess you could make the argument for just about every season, but specifically in our family, it's just a lot of activities where it's a good excuse to get together with Elizabeth and I, and then the 3 kids. Grab the dog, snuggle up, watch a good movie, pretend like there's a fire on and it's actually cold. But it's a really deliberate family time.
Yeah.
And it just slots so nicely in there.
Yeah. Yeah. We usually put the fireplace on our TV.
Yeah. Netflix has a little thing you click and it's got like crackling fire. I think, is there music on it or no?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Some of them do. Some like Yule Log or something has like peaceful Christmas piano or something, but I think the majority of them are just crackling fire.
Yeah, it's a pretty good alternative, honestly. I like it a lot.
Yeah. One day we'll have a fireplace in this house.
Yeah, and 3 weeks ago, we just got a record player too. So we got nice, crispy analog audio flying through the air too.
I love it.
It's really cool.
I love it.
All right, my number 2 is that you get several days off of work. Yeah.
That's good.
You know, even when you enjoy your job and love what you do, there's nothing quite as nice as just chilling at home, having nothing to really be accountable for and just hanging out.
Yeah.
So that was
super intentional family time.
Yeah. So I kind of said a lot of that in my last little segment for this one, but it's the best. Just kind of getting together, eating good meals, watching good movies. My favorite, absolute favorite.
It also means that I get to put you to work and put lights on the house.
Not my favorite. No.
But it brings the kids joy.
Yeah, I can't wait till they're old enough to be up there and do it instead.
Yeah. Well, don't wish those years by, but
no, of course.
It'll happen. It'll come.
Yeah.
But that time is really something special. Like we just sit and we watch holiday movies and, you know, bake some pumpkin bread and just we get to kind of slow life down and do things that we don't normally get to do, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, are we on to the final piece?
Are we here? Number 1, we ready?
We ready?
Okay.
I'm ready. I don't know if you guys on the other end of this are ready.
Okay. All right. My number 1 is Thanksgiving. The whole day, the meal, family, parade, the food coma. I love it all. It's so good. It's my favorite holiday. And I just, there's something about the day where it's like, it's just about eating good food and spending time with family. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's really something special to me.
I'm going to reveal that my also number 1 is Thanksgiving. And guys, I swear we do not go and make this a thing. We keep all of our stuff secret until we record.
Yeah. Well,
But
if you're watching the video where you could see us like holding our phones.
I don't even know. I don't remember what I wrote. But I think this one's kind of obvious. It's like Thanksgiving is the jewel of the fall.
Yeah.
So that was going to make my list number 1. And I think I knew it was going to make yours too.
Yeah. Is it becoming your favorite holiday?
No, Christmas is always my favorite holiday.
Oh, okay.
And my birthday.
Well, yes, of course that one. But
And opening kickoff of fall football.
okay. That one didn't even make your
I
list.
know. I made a mistake, okay? You don't have to rub it in.
Yeah, there's just something special about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's
so
nice.
what is your number one thing? Like number one Thanksgiving dinner thing that you love the most?
Dinner thing. Man, oh man. Number one favorite dinner thing.
I'll tell you mine while you
Okay.
think. So without a doubt, my entire life, mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Yeah, it's the greatest. Did that make my comfort foods? I wonder.
I'm sure it did.
I think it did because I think I said it a certain way. Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah. Yes, I do like the mashed potatoes because I put a lot of really yummy stuff in it. But I think my favorite thing would be, so we always have gravy, which is amazing. But when you take the roll and you dip it in the gravy, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good.
We're recording on empty stomachs, by the way. So this is
dangerous.
crazy.
They're like, what can we have at 9:45 at night? Yeah. There's like the bread soaks up the gravy and
Yeah, I hope you guys
That's good.
listening have eaten already because this would be torture if not.
yeah, now you're going to go to the store and buy some gravy and rolls.
Yeah, you can thank Marriage Talks podcast for getting your hunger up.
Yes. Yeah. You just can't compete with Thanksgiving.
Because it's your favorite holiday, right? You like it more than
It's my
Christmas.
favorite. Oh yeah. It's my favorite holiday.
Just because of the family aspect?
Yeah. And I just feel like there's less stress.
That's true. You don't have to really, like Christmas has so much commercial stuff and
Yeah.
like everybody's expecting to get something.
Well,
That's
and like
true.
when people talk about like Christmas memories, you feel like you have to like knock it out of the park every year. And there's just not that stress on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I still like Christmas more, but maybe that'll change. Check back in on episode 1050.
I'll make you a convert. Don't worry.
All right. That's our challenge for the week, for her to convert me.
Well, it'd take longer than a week, I think. But yeah. But speaking of challenges, we always do a challenge every single episode. And really the purpose is to just spark some good communication with your spouse, some good heart work within you and within your marriage, just to really, nurture the relationship. And so your challenge for this week is to talk about your fave 5 things about fall with your spouse. Do it on your next date night in the next 7 days.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Don't procrastinate.
And if you're anything like us, it's pretty darn easy to start this conversation and just like come up with 50 things right away.
Yeah. Also, I feel like every time we do a Fave 5, we learn something about each other.
Yep.
And we've been together for 13 years. So you can never, you haven't been with your spouse long enough to stop learning things.
Sure.
So that was a really weird way of saying that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
I think we got it though.
You know what I mean. But yeah, so that is your challenge for this week. Please rate and review if you have not. You can follow us on all the social things. Links are in the show notes. And we just so appreciate you guys coming back week in and week out, listening to the podcast. And we do love the feedback. If you have any suggestions for a topic or a Fave 5 topic, please let us know. We have done 2 listener suggestions for Fave 5 so far, and we've answered a lot of listener questions in our regular episodes.
Yeah. It always feels good to do a listener episode because you know one person in particular or 2 are going to get a lot out of that, and then everybody else will be blessed through that too.
Yes.
So it's a good way to kind of, you'll hear and learn something for yourself, and others will probably need it. Because if it's an issue for you or a question for you, guaranteed another listener wants to know the same thing.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So please don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah, hit us up. Thank you guys for everything. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
See ya.